Hi shed hackers, and today we're going to be looking at plastics and the process of injection moulding something, and we hope today to link you to another small clip on how you can actually injection mould yourself in your own shed using some really basic technology. And Jake, my son's really keen on plastics and how we can recycle things, and is very keen on encouraging youngsters to recycle in the name of science and saving our planet. So here we have on the table a range of products, everyday products that you see around the house and the shed, and you can see that in most cases, I hope, they have a similarity. What do you think is the similarity of all these products, Jake?
Maybe it's because they're all injection moulded.
Well, yes, and you talked about the fact that they're not always hollow, didn't you?
Yeah, some of them are solid.
Is that a feature of injection moulding?
Yeah, with injection moulding, you can normally have it two ways. Either it's solid or it's hollow.
Good. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these products, Jake. I think a lot of these are made from a type of plastic called styrene, from the polystyrene family. And you can tell if it's injection moulded because of that. And what's that called, Jake? That little...
A sprue point?
A sprue point, and that's where the molten plastic is injected into a hollow mould which forms the shape. Really clever. And actually you can see it's been made in three parts: the lid, the main part, oh, some bits and bobs in there, Jake, in your little bin, and the wheels and so forth. So it's been put together, assembled from 3 or 4 different injection moulded parts. And then we have your little skateboard. Look at the detail on that. That's injection moulded, the feet, and then probably the chassis part. Of course, these are die cast aluminium, different process, die casting. Worth looking up online, die casting. Very clever technique. Another one there. Little clip there for electrical wires. That part, obviously, not the nail, is injection moulded. Sorry, yes. Little clip there for plastic bags, definitely injection moulded. And you can see in the light all the injection points. Can you see all in the light all the injection points? Yeah, there are quite a few of them. And that would have been injected probably one every second almost in the factory. And a ballpoint pen here, injection moulded parts to it. A little part there, the main stem of the ballpoint, the nib part, and of course the lid part. And a larger one there, all injection moulded. There's the clue, there's the sprue entry point where the molten plastic went in. Came with the other pen and the compass, and for the little glue stick there. Now that one, although it's hollow, would have been injected in one go. I'll have to show you the technique fairly soon. And then the wheels, of course. Look, there's the injection moulding points. And there would have been one on the solid hub of the wheel, which has probably been carefully cut off. Same for the hard plastic wheels, injection moulded. And then it's been assembled by putting self-tapping screws on. So it's made in 2 parts, or 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. And then it's screwed together. Injection moulded rubber. This is more rubberized injection moulding, and you can see the seam where the 2 parts of the mould have been connected together, and it's a slight quality control issue there, not quite so perfect, and it would have been injected through one of the points probably sticking out. Very clever. Same there for the pseudo cream top there, you can see the little point there, and the same for the little pot there in the middle. There's a little injection moulding point. And this Jake, this saw is made from 2 parts, injection moulded and then clipped together and possibly even glued with some sort of plastic resin glue. And then you asked me, why did I put this down, Jake, do you think, this electrical circuit?
Well, because it's a PCB, which uses plastic but also uses metal.
Well, yes, but I think my point was the battery holder is injection moulded, and the buzzer, the casing for the buzzer, will be injection moulded. I think that's probably why I put it down. Yeah, it is a PCB, you're right. And then this fidget spinner thing, Jake, you like?
Yeah, it's basically a piece of plastic with a bearing in the middle that spins, and they were very popular in 2017.
And this toothbrush, injection moulded. Clever. And then moving on. Oh, your nerve gun, Jake. Shed Hack one. A Shed Hack edition nerve gun. Wow. Very complex piece of injection moulded. Made in many, many parts, assembled probably with self-tapping little screws and clipped together and possibly even glued as well. And the cat, injection moulded. Poor cat. Has it been injection moulded? And the ruler, I think we saw on the ruler, didn't we, Jake? There's a little point, it's been injection moulded there. Okay, and often you can see that little point where the molten plastic has been injected. Look at this on the higher technologies. Look, this casing for the watch would have been injection moulded. Very clever, actually, and even possibly the rubberized bracelet and the casing for the Casio. Look there, see injection moulded point. Okay, is that your one, Jake, from school?
Yeah, it's a scientific calculator.
Even in these days. Okay, and then there's a remote control, and you can see often the entry points here for the injection moulding. Very good. And of course, oh, a torch. Yeah, this is all plastic. This would have been injection moulded, more than likely. Oh, I've made it. Oh God, I've broken it now. Oh no! Disaster! Disaster!
Oh my God.
And then the old drill, injection moulded casing for it with a rubberized piece of plastic put on.
And then it's also screwed together with these screws, so you can take it apart and fix it if you have to.
Yeah, look, little hex screws holding it together. Yeah, looking like Allen keys. And the old hairdryer for the girls and possibly the boys. That would have been all injection moulded. Of course, there's a heater element in there as well, so there's electronics combined within it. So it's a combined piece of technology, that. And the plug is injection moulded. Yeah, very clever stuff, actually. Really impressed what you can do now with some of these techniques and technology. So, I think what we'll do now, Jake, we're going to go and show the viewers our next little project, and that's going to be injection moulding a little keyring. Hi Shed Hackers, today we're doing the injection moulding project. Okay, so Jake, I've just tidied up that one there. Nice piece of 5mm aluminium, and I've used a needle file to make those to make that shape, and it's a little car. Look at that little car. What do you think, guys? Hey hey. Okay, Jake, and you've made one. Which one have you made?
I have made this tractor here, and this van or big car here.
Yeah.
And as you can see with the tractor, that there is like, it kind of combines the whole, but it still turned out all right.
Yeah, that's
actually
the product. Look at that. Injection molded. And then this one here, I did earlier. Let's take it out. That was that one. Isn't that clever? Little car. That way round. And Jake made this one, Jake, didn't you? Various colours.
Yeah.
And where did the molten plastic, the liquid plastic, how did it enter? Where did it come from?
It came from the top here.
Yeah, there.
Where that little
And what's that
hole
called?
is.
Can you remember?
Well, on the product it's called a sprue point, but I think on the mould it's just called an injection point.
Injection point or a screw, sprue point. That's good. And you can make wooden moulds. We did that in pewter, didn't we, in the other video? But this is going to be in aluminium, and you can see we filed it with a range of needle files. Needle files, by the way, look like this, and you get all different shapes and sizes. Those small ones. Okay, you can see how small that is against my skin. Okay. Oh, look at that, Jake. There's a bit of very clever injection moulding. Get really near. Look at that. How clever is that? Look at the detail on there. That's some of the best pieces of injection moulding I've seen. Is that yours?
Yes.
Oh, nice little toy that. Look after that, Jake. Okay, so guys, what we're going to do, we're going to come back to you and we'll show you how we've injection moulded these before, and how the whole process works. So there's one, Jake. There's one that I'm going to show the viewers. It's going to be a see-through clip, so you can actually see the molten plastic go in. Should we do that one first?
Yes.
Why not? Okay, viewers, come back to you in a minute. Okay, a bit nervous about this one, Jake. How's this going to work? What shall I do?
Well, here you're gonna get the hot glue gun and inject the molten plastic into here, and we got these clamps on here so the plastic won't go in between these two layers here.
Great. So shall I do it?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to work. Ready? Come round here, guys. And 1, 2, 3. Blimey, it's working. That's worked.
There we go.
Well, I don't know how I did that.
It's quite a good mould.
It's a big mould. Well, how long will that take to cool?
It will only take about a minute to cool down.
So if that was a machine, it would go in there and pump it in quickly, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Right.
They pump it in extremely quickly, actually.
Right, okay. We'll let that cool and come back to you. Hi, Shed Hackers. Let's see what's happened. Oh, that looks really good, Jake. What do you think?
I think it looks excellent.
Look at that. So you can actually make your moulds looks like... Oh, it's still a bit hot, I think.
Now, one thing we didn't mention is you can use a bit of silicone lubricant to make it come out the mould easier.
Yeah, I should have used a bit of that.
And so it doesn't stick to the mould because it is hot glue.
Look at that. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's come out so
That's
well.
fantastic.
And let's just see.
Ooh.
Do you know what, Jake? I think I'm going to let that harden a bit more.
Yes. And then hopefully you can just take it out because hot glue is quite flexible.
I think that's still... I don't think it's going to come out.
Maybe we should leave it like 10 minutes or so. Or maybe not. Ooh.
Shall I just pull it out?
Yeah, I mean, hot glue is quite flexible, so don't see why you can't. Ooh. Oh, look.
Yeah.
There's the rear end. Oh, my God. Oh, look.
It's not easy.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Hey, got it out one side. Oh, can
Quite
we get it
tough,
out the
you
other
know.
side?
Hot glue gun.
Crikey.
Do you know what hot glue's made from? What type of plastic?
I'm not quite sure, but I know it's made out of some sort of thermal plastic.
Oh, good point. Yes. A thermoplastic is a plastic you can remould again. Heat up and remould. That's a good point, Joe. I'm glad you said that. And Shed Hackers, a thermosetting plastic is a plastic, once you've formed it, you can't reform it, so it's not recyclable. So that's a thermoplastic. A thermosetting plastic is often something which is like this. Once it's formed into a shape, you can't unform it, you know, or reform it is the word, isn't it? That's not bad. So if I cut that off, Jake, with my little handy pair of cutters, we have a little car.
Broom, broom.
Okay, we'll go onto these now, Jake, shall we?
Yes.
Come back to Shed Hackers. Hi, this is made by my friend Mr. Roberts. And let's have a look, see what happens.
Oh, it's going in quite quickly.
Oh, blimey.
It's still moving. It's not hardening by the looks of it. Oh,
Gone in?
it's going into the spoiler. Look, it's going into the little spoiler there.
Oh, blimey.
Crikey.
Okay, that's done it. Guys, can't get any more in there. Injected a whole ton
Of hot glue.
of...
One thing to mention is this does use a lot of hot glue, so...
Okay, come back to you later. Hi guys, we're back and it's looking good, Jake. What do you think?
Yes, it looks excellent.
Ooh.
Oh look, there's no bubbles in it from the air trying to escape.
Mr. Roberts has done a good job on that mould, hasn't he?
Yes.
Alright, let's get a screwdriver and peel off this, if we can.
This one's slightly longer, maybe.
Oh,
It's easier.
broke the mould. No, that's pretty good. Will it come out
Look at
though?
that, crikey.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
Come
Oh,
out.
get the spoiler out.
Blimey.
Can you get the spoiler out there?
Oh, blimey. Yeah.
Ah,
Ooh. What do you
that's
think?
unfortunate, because look,
Oh,
if you see, the little spoiler there has broken off.
Damn.
Ah, we may have to retry that.
Probably, yeah.
Oh well.
Never mind. What do you think, guys? Our little car. Could drill a hole and put a key ring through it, couldn't we? Could put a little key ring through it.
You did a very good job at the mould.
Yeah, good though. Well done, Mr. Roberts. Okay, so there's our little display, Jake. Let's show everyone. We've got this one. We've got this one we did. Did we do one of these, Jake?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's here. Oh, look.
It's still in the vice.
Blimey. Guys,
Crikey.
let's take this one out. Wow. What
You can
Burks?
see where the hot glue's come out the bottom to let the air out.
Look at that.
That's good.
Well, this is the aluminium and acrylic perspex acrylic mould.
Aluminium is meant to be better.
Oh yeah, look at the finish on that.
It doesn't soak up the lubricant.
And this is it. You had the entrance hole, entrance sprue, and the exit sprue, so it allowed the air to come out. Good idea, that, Jake. That's the one you made, isn't it?
Yes. Of course.
What a shed hacker. Brilliant. Look. That's it. And that would be, look, there's the old entrance hole that we see on some of our products. Look, on the top of there. Little dimples where this was injection moulded. And there we have it. So, let's move all this rubbish to one side. Just show everyone. One mould. There's another mould. Get rid of all this.
Wow, I'm quite pleased with
I
this.
think we've done really well.
Look, this is the one Mr. Robertson did.
Roberts? You mean?
Roberts,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
And as you can see, the spoiler was on this one, so
On that one there, the little
very
car.
good.
Brum brum. Shed hackers. Have some fun. Make yourself a little sort of injection moulding and die. I think that's the word.
Yes.
I suppose, Jake, we ought to really talk about some of the research that we did. So maybe we'll come back and just show the shed hackers a little bit about the techniques we used and what we did to make this work. But I suppose, looking at this book here, that's the pewter casting one we did.
Yes.
And there's an industrial injection moulding machine where the hot molten metal is put in the hopper and injected. Look, can you just go in there?
Yes.
That would be our mould there. That would be the car. So if I just get this mould,
Did you mean molten plastic?
that would be there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And it's forced in. Okay, under hot and pressure, under enormous pressure. Right, and the dye or the mould is in two parts, and this one separates. You nudging me, Jake?
Yeah, I heard you. You said metal, but here it says plastic.
Oh yeah, plastic. Sorry, plastic. Yeah. Now, shed hackers, little bit of home study maybe you could do. Could be on other methods. So you could look at blow moulding.
Which
There's
is
the injection moulding one we've just done. Oh, it's polystyrene and polypropylene and nylon they tend to use.
wow.
They're the plastics. They're made into granules and then they're pumped in little pellets. Look, we pumped ours in just from a glue stick. But blow moulding's worth looking at. Rotational moulding. We've done die casting. Oh, look, it says in schools actually, so some schools might do this.
Oh wow.
Industrial die casting, there, the one. Go online, have a look at that. I've seen some fantastic products made from industrial die casting. And there was another one I know people do, drop forging and draping and vacuum forming. Now, vacuum forming is a really interesting technique. So you pan down here, Jake, vacuum forming, there's the word. Perhaps look at that, guys. Go on YouTube or another website or something and look at vacuum forming. You often get masks for like Star Wars masks and things like that. And we know we like Star Wars, don't we? Good old
Yes.
Star Wars. Okay. Happy days, shed hackers.